Hey guys, welcome back. Playing Planet Coaster again, back for another episode of Funtown America. So, I'm announcing the first area. The first area is called Goldmine Mountain, and it's this area that I'm building right here. It's going to be a western area consisting of this ride and a mine train coaster and a small western town like facade in front. Now, how I'm going to build this area is I want to start with like this big plateau, and then I'll start like adding more mountains and stuff in the middle that the mine train coaster will go around. And perhaps I'll end up adding more like scenery and stuff in the middle as the time goes on. But as for now, I plan of just having paths out front on the front of the plateau where the ride is, and then the coaster taking up most of the space on the plateau. So I'm just doing some basic terraforming for now. Now, here's what I mean by how this path is going to work. So the main path that continues onto the second area will just keep going on. But there'll be this part that comes off to go up to Goldmine Mountain. And there'll be this path out front that kind of circles around. And then this will be the only path on the plateau is that path. And then that's it. I know it's not a lot, but it'll be good. We'll detail it and make it look as full as we can with the limited space. Now, I ran into some issues when I was trying to terraform it. It's really annoying because the path doesn't let you bring the scenery up. So the paths aren't as nice looking as I'd like them to be. But it's okay. May do. So just enjoy some quality pathing, which was way more frustrating than really having to be Planet Coaster. Like, come on. Now, that's the path done and dusted for now. Now, this scenery looks really awful at the moment, and I'm going to be adding trees and stuff and covering it all up with rocks and stuff to make it look prettier. Now, here's the buildings I'm starting, which is what we're going to be working on for the rest of the time. So the buildings are just going to be facades, so I'm only like really detailing the front, and then the back is just like these big bricks, so that you're only going to see the front of the building, and then where the queue for the ride goes, I'm going to decorate that part, but I'm not going to decorate like most of the back. So first I started with this platform and this wall, and I put some details on it. And then all these buildings in this town are like saloons and banks and stuff, and I structured them with a base, and then I put a balcony up top a little bit. And then I made a little bit of rickety on purpose. There we go. And then add some railings to finish that part off. Now, I fiddled around with a bunch of different colors this whole time. And also I fiddled around with the width of the buildings and trying to get like a certain shape out of the roof. Because some of them were just kind of odd looking. But it turned out good in the end. So I started out with these roofing pieces, but they didn't really match with any of the other ones, so I couldn't really fill in the space well. So I ended up going with this roofing design, which is actually probably like one of the best ones you can go with. Now the rest of this is just me adding different windows and doors and like decorating it for different spells. Now this I decided, I think this one is the saloon, and then I also built a town hall and like a general store. No, I think this is the we'll see. You'll see it as it goes on. But as for the park, so I've drawn out a complete plan for the park that's like half completed. It has a entrance area that we've already built, the first coaster, and then this area off by a little bit. And I designed it with a monorail going all the way around the outside, kind of like the train at Disney. But we don't really have a coaster in the middle, or not. We don't have a castle in the middle like Disney does. So it's not really like a symmetrical wheel design. It's more like that main path kind of circle. And it has 4 different actual areas right now, and one kind of like generic area that's kind of like a continuation of the main street and where Starflyer is. So over by Starflyer, like kind of behind it, I'm gonna put a giant roller coaster with maybe some like fair rides and stuff. So maybe we can make that like a fair. And then in the middle of the park is gonna be like a Spanish pirate area that'll all closed in by a big mountain called Puerto Rico. And then over on the other side of Goldmine Mountain, kind of in the corner, is gonna be like I haven't come up with a name for it, but it's like this base area, and it's gonna have a coaster called Mission X, I think, that is gonna be like King Ka or like Bombshell Dragster, where it goes up a big spike, and then that's kind of the whole coaster. And then in the back of the park is gonna be this really cool medieval area where I'm gonna build a village, and then the mountain, which is gonna one side of it is gonna close in Puerto Rico, but the other side is gonna have a giant coaster on it that's gonna be like the kid like Wendigo coaster, or maybe the dragon one. I'm gonna call it Skull Mountain, and it's gonna have the station's gonna look like a big fortress, but then a coaster's gonna come out of it. And that's pretty much all the rides I have right now. And it doesn't really take up the whole of the map. It's not a very big park on my planning sheet at least. But I figured we could always expand as it went. But I would like to get a really good amount of detail in the space that I start with first, and kind of finish it, because I've never finished like a full project like this. So I like to just fill in this area and have the monorail go around the outside, and then we can look at like expanding it later. But yeah, so I was still fiddling around with the roofs at this point, and I had made it one wider because I wanted different roofing, but then I was like, oh, I need to make it one shorter again so I can use different roofing. So I decided to go with this design because it works so well on the other roof. And then for this one, okay, so this one is the general store, and then the yellow one is the saloon. So for the general store, I decided to go with like these more generic looking roof. But for the saloon, I want the round one. And then you can see we add the signs. Now I was fooling around with this type of sign, but I didn't really like it. I know I probably didn't put it in the right spot, but I don't know, I just like it like that. Here we go, saloon. Then I made a sign for the general store. And the last building on the list is the town hall, which is 5 watts. So I really should have saved a copy of that other one. But oh well, it's fine. It's kind of time consuming to do all this. Now I like how the roofing choices kind of ended up, because they all work well for buildings that are particular. Oh, I should really put a clock. Actually, I might think about it. I think I should put a clock for the town hall. That would make it look really cool. Okay, we're nowhere near done decorating this area either. At the end of this video, all that's going to be done is like these 3 buildings and then a placement for the station and the mine train district. But next video, we're definitely going to start with continuing to work on the we're going to continue working on the this area, building a mine coaster. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this series so far. I know the first video has pretty bad microphone quality, but the second, third one, I'm working on it, and I'm hoping to be something you'll like to see. And I'm hoping that after this, especially once Planet Coaster 2 comes out, and when Park Beyond comes out, I will definitely play Park Beyond, because I'm really excited to see that anyway. If you guys want to see Park Beyond playthrough, I will do Park Beyond playthrough, and I'll check it out. We can put something together. Yeah, as I was saying, I'm looking forward to making Planet Coaster content. It's been a lot of fun so far, and I'm hoping that it's fun to watch, because I like doing it. And as Park Beyond comes out, and hopefully Planet Coaster 2 eventually, I will keep continuing to make parks, at least for the time being. Now right here is the pads. Now as you can see, I put some more walls in so you can see a lot. But we're still gonna have to work on this. So the mine train station, I'm gonna build it and make it look like a big rail train station. Or no, I'm gonna make it look like a old mining shed, because it's like a mine train. And then like decorate this whole area back here, so it kind of looks like I don't know, like a back area. yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed.